Peace and greetings, everyone. Divine Zil here. I wanted to show a cool project that I'm going to apply to some bigger projects, but I was looking for like an infrared sensor that could help establish that. So whenever this device I'm making is getting close to do certain procedures, there's a sensor that can let you know that you're close enough. And if you're too far, then it wouldn't work. Like, let's say for an RFID chip reader or NFC reader, or things like that nature. So basically what this does, and this is a Raspberry Pi Pico, and this is the Adafruit VCNL 4010 proximity sensor, and when your finger gets close, the light goes off. But it has to be at a certain proximity, which is about 2 inches or so. And you can extend the range. I'm going to show you how with the code, and it's pretty easy. So let's check it out. So here is the Adafruit VCNL 4010. Give you a nice close-up. Pretty cool little chip. IR reflecting sense. And it says the range is 1 to 200 millimeters, which is about 7 inches max. And it's a pretty easy setup. There's the VIN, 3-volt out, ground, the SCL, SDA, and the INT. And you don't use the INT and the 3VO unless you need it. So I have this basic setup here already. So I'm gonna plug this in to exactly where it needs to go. So here's the setup. I just got the VIN going to this volt power, and then the other connections, the ground, SCL, SDA, all going to their respective connections here on the Pico. Then we have this LED light here with this resistor, just to indicate if we're getting close enough or not. And you can also add in like a little buzzer or something to make it a little bit more interactive. All right, so we're gonna plug in the Pico. I like to use the Pico because it's pretty easy to use with CircuitPython. So here's the code I'm using. So here's the code I'm using to connect this. Pretty straightforward. These are the libraries you're going to want to get. You're going to need to download this, and you can get it from the CircuitPython bundle. And then you're going to want to initialize the I2C bus, and then initialize the sensor. And then make sure you signify the pins that it's on. This is the SDL and the SDA pin. And then initialize the LED if you have one. And then there's going to be two values. It's the proximity value and the ambient light value. So it doesn't measure in unit distance, but you can use these to kind of gauge the proximity that you need. And I toggle onto the ambient light with this simple conditional. And I figured out that about 30 for the measurement of the ambient light is good enough for me to get close enough. But you can tweak that to your liking, and that will just turn the LED on or off. And then you upload, and your proximity sensor should be working. And we can alter this. Let's see if we alter it to 50. But it's kind of off. I feel like it's probably sensing the wires. So I find that when it's at 30, it's kind of just perfect. And once again, this would probably be good for, you know, like NFC readers, RFID readers, like for your fob keys, maybe putting it into certain cards to do certain things, and whatnot. But yeah, highly recommend the sensor, the VCNL 4010 from Adafruit, and check it out if you need to implement it in some simpler IR proximity type projects.